Cold approaching has literally changed my life. I mean, it's upgraded it completely to a different realm. And in this video, I'm going to go through, first of all, what a cold approach is, how to apply it in the real world, the benefits and some stories, and how I can help you in terms of cold approaching. We'll, of course, go on to the women's side of things as well. We'll cover that in this video. So, first of all, when I dropped out of university, which was about a year or two ago now, I was without a job. So I was completely lost, right? Living at home, no money in the bank, just grinding away at gym and random other stuff, waking up late. And during this period of time, I realized what I need to do is just get a job. Like, I just needed a job, to be honest with you. I was applying for a few months online. So I'm from the UK, we have something called LinkedIn. So I'd literally just spam apply to hundreds of jobs. I get a couple of emails back, but it'd be from like really minimum wage jobs that I didn't really want. And the ratio was awful. I'd applied to 500 jobs, get one email back. So not good at all. And then I started to think more logically. And I was like, everyone does this. So everyone, what they do is they go on LinkedIn, this website where you apply to loads of jobs, and they just spam it. And I was thinking, what is unique about me that could get a job? You know what? They can't see the way that I look online because there's no on LinkedIn, there's no way of determining what you look like because you're not actually allowed to have a profile picture. You're not allowed to say your race because then they might choose you because you're white, for example. So you're not actually allowed to share any details, even your age and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go in person. So I went door to door around my neighborhood. I live in a really posh area full of millionaires. So what I did is I just knocked on a load of millionaires' doors. Honestly, the response, it was okay. I gave them my CV. That was decent. I didn't really get any interviews or anything from it, but it put me on the arc to, in real life, cold approaching. So the day after I knocked on 50 doors, I went to town. And so I went literally in the center of where I live, and then went to a few shops, and I walked into about 5 shops, and all 5 offered me a job interview. Some was the day after, oh yeah, let's have a chat tomorrow, are you available? So straight away, I got a job within 4 days of cold approaching. So that's one area where cold approaching is just insane because you're putting yourself here compared to the people who've just typed up a CV and just sent it across. I'm giving my CV in person. I'm there right now, demanding. So sick, but I feel like you want to know about the girl situation as well. So how cold approaching has helped my dating life because it's gone from 0 to 100 real quick. So basically at university, everyone was just starting to get into dating apps. When you leave school, everyone starts to get into dating apps, and not a lot of people actually have success. But my friend, who's mixed race, my university friend from Manchester, he had tons of success. He got 20 matches a day, which was unheard of for someone my age, so 18, 19, absolutely unheard of. So we were sat on bed, on my bed, right? And he was like, download Hinge, bro. Look, I get 20 matches a day. Okay. I downloaded it. I got 1 match every 2 days. Bear in mind, I wasn't as attractive as I am now, but still, it was poor. It was really poor, and my friend was laughing at me saying, what's going on? And what I realized is, I can't display my confidence. I had a buzz cut and I wasn't as good looking, but I can't display. What you can do on dating apps is display the way that you look, but you can't display your personality as well as in person. Completely switched it up. I was like, okay, let's just fucking cold approach loads of girls. And then all of a sudden I was really attractive towards women at Manchester University. And I got to the point where I realised I'm really picky and that I don't even want to have this degenerate sort of like fuckboy arc at all. So yeah, I slept with just a couple of girls really at university, but that's something that cold approaching, it worked. So now you're gonna want to know how to actually cold approach. So you'll get it honestly, looks do matter when it comes to cold approaching. It really does matter because you don't want to, you might have heard of something called facial dimorphism, which is where you balance femininity and masculinity in your face. And you're going to want to do that with clothes and your face. So if you have a super hyper masculine face like I used to have, you got to whack some earrings in or something to make yourself seem more approachable or grow your hair out. That really helped my cold approach sort of game. And there's two types of approaches. So cold approach is basically where they're like a guy or girl hasn't even looked at you and you just fucking go in there and say, hi, what's up? My name's Raphael. That is often quite cringy, but it's something that I personally do just because I've got to the point now where it's kind of fun if I get rejected, because I like very rarely get rejected that I kind of want it to happen. So I'll say the craziest things to like a 30-year-old with like children to try and get rejected, and it still doesn't happen. And I'm like, because it's not even that fun anymore, and like my heart doesn't pound like it used to. All the anxiety's gone. So that's a cold approach. Warm approach is where, like, let's say a guy is like looking at you doing bicep curls, and like he asks to use something like one of the attachments by like your space. That's when 5 minutes later you can go up to him and be like, oh, you're doing biceps as well. Oh, that's cool. I've seen that exercise, but I haven't tried it. What would you say is that's perfect warm approach situation? But yeah, so you should be doing warm approaches every day. That's if you actually get the choosing signal from the girl or boy to warm approach. If you don't, then it's an issue because you should be getting those signals throughout the day. You really should. I mean, I probably get about 15 to 20 per day, like in the gym especially. I mean, today, I actually got cold approached by 2 girls in the gym, and I'm gonna sound like a gym bro who like says, oh yeah, loads of girls love me and this, that. I genuinely got cold approached by 2 girls in the gym today. Mum's life. But the reason why that happened is because I cold approached a girl a few months ago, and that girl was in the gym today, and I high-fived her, had a nice conversation, and then all of a sudden these girls are like, wait, what? What is going on there? What the fuck? I'm jealous. Why hasn't he done that to me? So boom, of course they're gonna come up to me. I can literally go to any foreign country and make friends instantly through my cold approach game. I found this out in Bali. I was like, it's crazy. It's like a level of power which is almost demonic. The fact I should not be able to go to a different country and make it my home and find a wife and find a place to and find a gym where I've already made well, like, you know what I mean? Like, it shouldn't be happening. It's actually scary, man. It's scary. Oh, it's fucked. It's actually fucked. But the way that you get good at it, it's just experimenting. You just gotta keep on doing it. Like, I'm lucky because from the age of 16, I've just been a weirdo. Like, when I was 16, I was just walking around town, just spraying game with my mates on like older women, and they just reject me. but I was fine with it because I was 16. So I'm lucky in the fact that like my confidence is just supreme because I've been rejected. But the thing is, when you're actually like 20-year-old plus, you can't get rejected by a woman without it hurting. So I just don't go for quantity, go for quality. Just maybe once a week speak to a different girl, speak to a different boy at the gym. I probably speak to more boys than girls, mainly because it's more valuable in your life if you're young. I mean, that's a given. Having a good gym partner is so much more value than having a girlfriend at the age of 20. So bear that in mind. But honestly, if you don't like my content, don't subscribe. But I'm sure you do like it. So drop me a little follow. And yeah, that's Raphael.